Shalom. I'd start off by saying, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double one to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom to the elect. Mr. Brother Shamal, I'm going to do a quick video, a little willing on what's been going on. You know, what's the elephant in the room, man? What's been going on in Israel, man? I got everybody speaking, man. Right now, the topic in the world is not necessarily, it's not the wars that's brewing or anything. It's about what these celebrities have been speaking on, you know, which is what? Who are the true Israelites, you know what I'm saying, according to the scriptures, man, and speaking against Amalek, man. You know, so this is an article, quick one. You could just Google right now. This is just like a main thing. So you could just type in anybody's name and this is going to come up. But it says LeBron James, former teammate of Kyrie Irving's, says former teammate Kyrie Irving's action caused some harm to a lot of people. You know, this is a NBC News, and it says LeBron James on Kyrie Irving says he doesn't condone Irving's post and that what he said was harmful to a lot of people. Well, yeah, of course he wouldn't condone it because ultimately he's basically in bed with Amalek. You know, those are the ones that cut his check. Those are the people that got him to that status that he's at, and he doesn't want to affect that in any way, man. You know, so of course he's gonna go against it. You know, he's gonna let them know, like, listen, I'm standing with y'all. You know, I don't condone that at all. Not knowing that, well, he probably do know, but that's the truth with what Kyrie was saying. You know, let's get script. Let me find it. You know what? Yep, 15 and 18. It says, Salakia. It says, if the world, this is John 15 and 18. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And that's basically what's happening with Kyrie Irving, because now when you speaking the words of the Lord and you speaking the truth, the world is gonna hate that, man, and they're gonna hate the person that's saying it. But ultimately, why? Because they hated the Lord. They hated the Lord. So of course they're gonna hate you. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But yeah, it says the servant is not greater than his Lord. And whether these men, well, speaking on Kyrie Irving, you know, and Ye and all of them, whether the Lord truly, like, whether they're of the elect or not, they're doing something to bring out this truth, right? Because what the scriptures say, well, let's get it. Second Corinthians 3 and 18, it says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, right? So whether they be, what do people call it, controlled opposition, or whether they be men that are heard and they don't have the whole truth, they don't know, or they they babes and they don't really know everything, you know, whether either or, they still doing whatever they're doing is to push this truth, man. You know, their actions are basically pushing this truth, because now what? There's a conversation to be had. People are hearing it, and they're like, oh, because, you know, this is on everywhere. It's on the news. It's on ESPN. It's on the radio, you know. So now this media is pushing that out because they're in defense of Amalek, who basically owns the media, you know, who does own the media, and whatever message is being put out there. So now people are hearing this, and some people are going to wake up to this. They're going to be like, all right, what are they talking about? And they're going to Google it. And if the beat of the Lord, you know, if it's the Lord's will, they'll stumble across the truth, you know. in its entirety. You know, basically the brothers on the corner that's bringing out the true doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, if it be the Lord's will, certain men are gonna come across that. You know, and elect are gonna be awakened from it. You know, because basically, in my opinion, just speaking as a man, you know, the scriptures say what? They have zeal, but not according to knowledge, right? So with not really a fan of Ye, you know, but more for Kyrie, you know, even from before him taking his stance against the jump shot and, you know, things of that nature, he had that zeal. He showed that spiritual zeal, man. Now he's saying, you know, things like, you know, Yahweh and all of that stuff, which is, you know, he don't got the true knowledge or the name of the Lord, but you can see he has that zeal, and whether the Lord decides to bring him around and, you know what I mean, get him right, that's on the Lord. But ultimately, he's being persecuted right now for his beliefs, which is ultimately the truth. You know, that we are the true Jews, you know, that the scriptures speak of, man. So you got to give the man credit for that, you know, but through Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because he's using these mega stars to now bring out the word. And I'm gonna give one more precept before we what's it called? Romans. Let me see. I think it's Romans 9:15. Or 8. Let me just Google it. At 9:26. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living God. You know, so, and that's what's happening right now, because, you know, now Jake is waking up, man. Jake is knowing that we the 12 tribes of Israel, you know, or we you know, we the true Israelites. You know, that's the word going around in Babylon right now, man, which is crazy, because years ago, what niggas was talking about, they was Muslim, or they was 5%er, or they was into like Egyptology and all of these things. You know, that they wasn't calling us the true Jews, you know, in Babylon. They wasn't calling us that, man. They was calling us niggas, black, Jamaican, anything other than that. You could be anything. You could get into your, like I said, you get into your African Egyptology shit. You know, there was cats that was doing that, Brother Polite and all of them dudes, you know, and that wasn't a thing. You know, it didn't matter. It didn't cause any uproar. But now when we come back, like the scripture said, to claim our true identity, which is the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible, you know, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, now it's becoming an uproar, which means what? It has to be the truth. Because Amalek was cool, and the world was cool when we was calling ourselves anything else. But once we say that, everything it went upside down. You know, now it's a big uproar, which is beautiful, because we know that. Well, I'm going to get one more scripture then, because it's the spirit. It's in Matthew's. What is it? Salakia, 1 second. Yep. This is Matthew 24:14. It says, "And this gospel, which is the good news of the kingdom, shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations." So, yeah, all nations is hearing this, man. Everybody's hearing this through the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, putting it in these men's spirits that's on a high level to say that, man. To speak on that has put this. Because, you know, starting with the apostles, they've been pushing, man. Brothers been pushing, but there was even times when the apostles were pushing and they wasn't getting this was before YouTube. They wasn't getting no fruit. You know what I'm saying? But they were still doing the work. You know, the vibration was going out, though. You know, and what may have seemed to be vain to other people, you know, through the faith, we know that that the Lord is working, man. And as long as we do the work, the Lord is going to take care of it. And now look, The Lord put it on these men to speak out against Amalek, and now the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for the witness unto all nations. All nations is hearing this. Moabites, your Chinese, your Japanese, your Arabs. This is going all over because these are mega stars. These guys got millions of followers. They got influence in China, all across the world, the four corners. Everybody know who Kanye is. Everybody know who Kyrie is. He playing in the NBA. It's an international. This is one of the biggest companies in America. So that's what's happening, like the scriptures say. So there's good news, man. The good news is what? That we are the Israelites, man. That the Lord is coming back to save us, man. That there's a reason why we're going through the things we're going through. And there's a reason why the world is the way it is, man. But we know what? That this kingdom is crumbling. So let me read it again. This is Matthew 24:14. It says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come. So we know we always say be closer to the end. But listen, now this thing is getting out, man. It's up. Everybody knows about it. Whether they don't know truly the details of the Hebrew Israelites, they know about it. They hearing it. That word Hebrew Israelite, or how they say black Hebrew Israelite, whatever, that's out there, man. That's out there. That's through the whole, every nation is hearing about this, man, which is a beautiful thing because we know that the end is coming. So with that, I want to say, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakakodash. Till next time, Shalom.